we're gonna talk about the chemical reactions and its types. So, what is a chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is in which the bonds are broken within reactant molecules and new bonds are formed within product molecules in order to form a new substance. The chemical reactions are all around us, from the metabolism of the food in our body to how the light we get from the sun is the result of the chemical reactions. Before beginning with the chemical reactions, it is important to know about the physical and the chemical changes. A burning candle is the best example of the physical and chemical change. Take a candle and light it. As the time passes, we can observe that candle changes to wax. If you cover the candle with a jar, it will extinguish in the demonstration. The burning of the candle is a chemical change, while conversion of the candle to wax is a physical change. In a physical change, there is a basically changes of the state of the substance, but in the case of a chemical change, mostly a new substance is formed when either energy is given off or absorbed. We can conclude that chemical changes are accompanied by certain physical changes. Hey, there's types of chemical reactions. The, the first combustion reaction, second decomposition reaction, third neutralization reaction, fourth redox reaction, the precipitation or double replacement reaction, and the sixth, the synthesis reaction. The first combustion reaction, the reaction with a combustible material with an oxidizer to give an oxidizer product. An oxidizer is a chemical fuel that requires to burn, generally oxygen. Consider the example of the combustion of the magnesium metal. Here, two magnesium atoms react with the molecule of oxygen, producing two molecules of the compound magnesium oxide, releasing some heat in the processes. In which a single component breaks down into multiple products. A certain changes in energy in the environment have to be made like heat, light, electricity, breaking bonds of the compound. Considering the example of decomposition of calcium carbonate giving out CaO, which is measured the component of cement. And the third was neutralization reaction. A neutralization reaction is basically the reaction between an acid and a base, giving salt and water as the products. The water molecule formed is with a combination of hydroxide and hydrogen ions. The overall, the pH of the product when a strong acids and a strong base undergo neutralization reaction will be 7. And there is example of neutralization reaction like between the hydroxide and the sodium hydroxide, giving out the sodium chloride, the common salt and water. And there is an example on the screen. The fourth was the redox reaction. It was and its mean is a reduction oxidation. It is a reaction in which there is a transfer of electrons between chemical species. Let us consider an example of electrochemical of the cell-like redox reaction between the zinc and the hydrogen. The zinc atom reacts with two ions of positively charged hydrogen, to which electron get transferred from zinc atom and hydrogen become a stable molecule, and the zinc ion is the product. The fifth example, the precipitation or double displacement reaction. in which two compounds reacting consequently. Their anion and cation switch places, forming two new products. Considering example of the reaction between the silver and the nitrate and the sulfur chloride, sodium chloride. So the product will be sulfur chloride and sodium nitrate. And finally, the synthesis reaction. Synthesis reaction is one of the most basic types of reaction wherein multiple simple compounds combine under a certain physical conditions, giving out a complex product. The product will always be a compound. Let us consider the synthesis reaction of sodium chloride with reactant solid sodium and chloride